All right.
Um,
Oh, hello?
what's up, man?
Hey. I just started the stream back up. This is my third attempt. I'm going to let it roll for a few minutes before I actually start reading comments again because this is my final attempt and I don't want to get into it and then realize the stream is not working again. So,
Understandable.
how are you doing, Mitzi?
I am doing just peachy. I am playing game,
What are you
playing
playing?
video game. I am playing Baldur's Gate.
Nice.
One day I will get you guys to play it with me.
What are you playing it on?
PS5. I believe it is cross-platform though.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you are.
Ooh, boy. Well, so far, so good. It
Yeah.
hasn't disconnected me yet. Resetting the router might have all might all I had to do. I don't know. Oh,
Oh shit, the bomb actually worked? Okay. Give it up, give it up.
my breathing sucks right now because I can't breathe through my fucking nose. Oh god. Alrighty, it seems like we're fine now. So
Yeah.
I'll get back to it then. Watches it just fucking the second I start it starts fucking up again. All right. So I responded to a decent number of these in the first two parts. So it's if this is the part that actually gets to be full, it's annoying that those other like responses are stuck in those like 5 minute streams now. But all well. Fuck. So let me we're still on the Howard video. I wanted to justify Jimmy and Kim doing that to him. I really wanted to because I liked them and it was usually super amusing when they went on their elaborate plans, this one being the most difficult yet. I wanted to justify it by telling myself that Howard was a bad person. But really what did he really do other than just being a dick occasionally? Nothing really. At this point, Jimmy's actions were already far worse than anything Howard had done. Poor guy. Yeah, poor guy. Just says Howard with a heart emoji. Nice. Haha, I also thought of the Virgin Jimmy versus the Chad Howard during my first watch through. Nice. Hello, Carol. This is a recording at the tone. You can leave a message to request anything you might need. We'll do our best to provide it. Our feelings for you haven't changed, Carol, but after everything that's happened, we just need a little space. So, do you know what the significance of that is, Mitzi?
No, I do not.
And in their new show Pluribus, that's a voicemail that Carol receives, the Rhea Seahorn's character.
Uh,
And and the line comes from no other than Patrick Fabian. He got to cameo in the show. My boy,
Nice.
my boy. Bro was slurping, whatever that means.
Bro was slurping.
I got most of Better Call Saul
Yeah.
spoiled for me before I finally got around to watching it, so I assumed the major moments would have had a less impact for me. I knew how Howard died, I knew it was coming, I had seen the scene so many times that I could recognize which episode would be his last before he even stepped into their apartment. Yet his death is still so tragic and shocking to me. Ever since I properly saw the episode, I've been thinking about Howard and how tragic of a character really is. It really is like a terrifying scene. When Mitzi was watching the show, I joined them for that episode. I didn't watch a lot of it with you, but I think I watched the episode with the apartment scene and the one after it with you, and maybe the finale.
Yeah.
But when I was
No,
rewatch,
I think you watched most of it, like most of the end with me.
but once I made it to that scene again, I knew it was fucking coming. I just had this horrible feeling when I watched the show with Cass. I like again, I was already familiar with it. That scene just scares the shit out of me. There's just something about the way it was shot and structured, like it's fucking horrifying.
It's just the way it's just the way Lalo behaves. He's just
Yeah.
a settling creature, despite being so handsome.
I think it's also just a thing like with a thing I like to talk about in this video specifically is just the fact that Howard and Lalo, it's like two sides of the show coming together. It's two characters that even though they're both on the same show together, it doesn't feel right that they're both in the same room together.
Yeah.
Like there's just something so off-putting about that because there's the way I always refer it is there's the Better Call Saul side of the show and the Breaking Bad side of the show. And at first, Saul has his own side and Mike has his own side, but as the show goes on, Saul and Mike's sides start to like collide. But we don't see Chuck interact with Gus or anything like that. We don't see Howard interacting with with like Tuco or anything like that. But then so when you have a scene with like probably the most terrifying Salamanca and Howard, like someone who's just like so like I think almost every character on the show has some sort of understanding of the other side of it,
Yeah.
whether it's a little bit or a lot, that or they're dead. But Howard is like the one main character who had no fucking idea any of the shit that we've been watching the entire show was going on.
Oh boy.
Oh, hey, Cass.
Hey, yeah, I didn't know that we were starting with
Oh, yeah,
Better Call Saul stuff.
let me make sure we're
starting
still
with
good.
Howard.
Yeah, I started with the Howard video just because it's where most of the comments are coming from. All right, stream's still good. This is take 3 of the stream.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just responding to comments. I did this once, like a year or two ago, but I think it was just for the TV show movies and Smile and Friends video. Maybe Sonic Fry, I don't remember. I hate how you don't finish your ing words. I hate it too, man. I hate it too. HH Heart.
It doesn't feel good, man. It doesn't feel good when
Nope.
you keep commenting on it.
Howard Hamlin is a colossal douchebag, and you love to see Jimmy take the piss right out of him. Right up until Jimmy lets him take all of the guilt for Chuck's death. At that point, Jimmy, or rather Proto Saul, is a sack of crap. Lots of people are D-bags and don't deserve to have their lives destroyed. My heart broke at his fate. Fantastic character, and Patrick Fabian absolutely dominated that performance. Agreed. Incredible analysis. Thank you, Cornshed. Cut Howard some slack. Dude's a lawyer, and in that sense is a paragon of virtue compared to every other bloodsucker. You know what? Howard is a fucking legend. I acknowledge his flaws in the video. That's just because, like I said at the beginning, being flawless is a flaw Howard Hamlin does not have. Because if Howard was perfect, he'd be a boring character. But he is not. He is the greatest Breaking Bad universe character. And he has to have those flaws so he can overcome them and have an arc, and he does. And he's great. Howard was a great character that clearly displayed the genius, complexity, and development of the writing of the Breaking Bad universe. Agreed. Like I said, it's like the. I said this just a few minutes ago, but Howard and Lalo entering a room together, it's what, like, threads it together. The most impressive character arc of the show is watching Howard go from the most unlikable character to the most likable, and that was all in a matter of perspective. Key components of his character story were strategically hidden from the viewer to facilitate this transition. Great writing. Sorry, Nacho was the best character. Lalo was second. Howard was third. You know what? The fact that you will put Howard in third place, I'll give you props for that. Because most people wouldn't include him in the top 5. The great part about Better Call Saul is they don't tell you who to like, except for Chuck. I don't know. I mean, I like Chuck as a character. I think that Nacho and Lalo are both like great characters. I don't know if there's a Better Call Saul character that I don't like in terms of like. I think the only character in the entire franchise that I don't like in terms of I don't think they're written well is Ted. That's it. He's the only one. I hate that we have to spend time with him.
I think Chuck is easy to dislike.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely stuff I dislike about Chuck as a person, but I mean, I still feel for him, you know? Well, I don't think he's a good character.
I don't think it's fair to dislike him, but I feel like it's so easy to a degree. Not even saying that I agree with it. I just feel like it feels like it's such an easy thing to do if you just look surface level and never think about like any of the other characters. It's so easy to be like, oh, I don't like him because basic reason, versus like, you know, actually giving him a chance and hearing him out every now and then.
As the show went on, Jimmy was my least favorite character. He truly ruined people's lives. He did. I think my 3 favorite characters are Howard, Jimmy, and Kim. Like, even though Jimmy and Kim fucking destroyed my boy, you know? But it's also just like, I think they are 2 fascinating characters to follow. Yeah. But yeah, Jimmy is definitely a fucking bastard, don't get me wrong. Howard Hamlin is the king. One of the only characters that actually got themselves rehabilitated and fixed their issues. Jesse is a similar prince, but he still fucked around a lot and caused quite a lot of trouble while trying to be a better person. I mean, the key difference between Howard and Jesse, even though I would agree Jesse is a somewhat sympathetic character, is, you know, Howard's crimes don't even come close to Jesse's. Jesse showed up to someone's door and shot him in the head, so...
Matt, I finally figured out how to do this fucking fight. I finally figured it out. I'm actually doing damage.
Is this the fight that you were, like, playing on... Is this just, like, the game, like, the fight you were doing on stream, like, a week ago?
Yes.
Well, here's part 2 of that.
I figured out what to do. It was bothering me so much. I figured it out. Baldur's Gate 3.
Ah!
I was very upset what they did to him. Those pranks in later seasons made me hate Saul and Kim. They were not funny at all. I thought Jimmy's initial pranks on Howard were funny, even though they were funny in the sense that I'm watching a TV show. In real life, I think they're unforgivable. I mean, maybe not unforgivable, but, like, I wouldn't forgive him for that. Because, like, I'm talking about the bowl and ball.
I don't forgive you.
I don't forgive you. I'm talking, like, the bowl and balls and prostitute prank. And I think those scenes are... The bowl and balls, not so much. The prostitute scene is fucking hilarious. But it is, like, and again, that's because I'm watching a TV show. In a real-life scenario, it's like, that's fucking evil. And it is a real-life scenario because it is a real-life scenario because the show is very, like, realistic. But it's also just, like, watching it, it's like... Fuck, it's funny, and then it makes you feel bad for finding it funny. It's kind of like laughing at the party scenes of Sarah Lynn and BoJack. Like, it's funny until it's not funny. It's clearly trying to be funny in this scene, but now that you have the full picture, when you look back at this scene, it's like, oh, that isn't that funny, actually. Howard has romantic chemistry with Lalo. What the fuck are you talking about? The famous loser? I mean, you must be. I don't know if you're a famous loser, but you're definitely a loser to leave a comment like that on this video.
Damn.
Aside from Jimmy, aside Aside from Jimmy, I'm a sucker for tragic anti-heroes. Howard is my favorite character in the Gilliverse, and honestly, maybe in TV. Hell yeah. Um, big up the. Oh, okay, just talking about a song. Nice. Oh man, that final compilation gave me chills. The great video. Thank you, Ruben. Howard was a believer in the win-win. Not everything needs to be a zero-sum game. Unfortunately, he was surrounded by vipers. Yep. Honestly, I find it so weird, despite never watching Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad and not knowing any of the characters except Saul Goodman, Jesse, and Walt, and even Hank. I never hated Skyler or Howard. I kind of see their side in a way. Are they perfect? No, but I never despised them. I mean, agree, but how do you have an opinion on them if you didn't even name those as two of the characters that you like know? How do you have an opinion on them? I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood your comment.
You know what they say. Everybody has an opinion.
The real life reaction to Skylar White's actress Anna Gunn was gross and should be condemned totally, 100%. The character, however, was not a character I enjoyed. Well written, a victim of circumstance, but man, I did not like her character at all. It's not because she tried to stop Walt, it's everything we see unrelated to the drug business. Well written, absolutely, but she's the exact kind of woman I would loathe to know in real life. I think that Skylar has unlikable moments before she finds out what Walter's doing. Like I always mention the shoplifting scene, or her like yelling at people at the hospital over the phone. Like she is a bit of a Karen in the first season, like not completely, but there's likable moments of Skylar too. I don't think that I would loathe Skylar in real life. I think that she's definitely someone who gets angry when she doesn't get her own way, but I think that's such a small portion of the series. Most of the series is watching like this person who was dealt like a fucking impossible hand and has to deal with it now. Like deal with it without trying to destroy her family. So I think most of the show, Skylar is like really well written and interesting character. But she does have those, like I said, she has those Karen moments. Like I do understand why people are annoyed with her, but I think it goes like you'd think there would be like I can think of 3 scenes, maybe 4, where she acts like that. And people act like it's every episode. It's not. It's really not. Howard wasn't perfect, but in terms of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul people, he was a saint by comparison. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you do have a show full of like some really nasty people. Howard gang. Yeah. And now his ghost possesses the phone in Pluribus. Yeah. He's a top 5 character for me. Glad he's getting more love. A lot of people just type in HH with a heart next to it. I see a couple of those here. Kim is one of my favorite characters. She's one of mine too. The first time I watched this show, I saw everything through the eyes of Jimmy. The second time I saw it through the eyes of Howard. It's a good way to put it. Just once again doing my due diligence and making sure this stream is running. All right, we're good. Howard was one of the very few, if not only, examples of a character that actually developed and evolved in a good way. Every other character was a slow train wreck, picking up speed, heading towards the edge of a cliff. I'm trying to think if there's any other examples, because Howard was that, but he was still punished for that. So obviously his like outcome isn't ideal. Jesse, I think, moved in a better direction, but obviously he's like traumatized for the rest of his life, and he did do some truly horrific things. So I guess Jesse wouldn't count there. Yeah, I can't really think of anyone else. I can think of other characters who aren't bad people, like Walter Jr., but he doesn't have much of a journey really in the show. He's not really supposed to. I'm not gonna read every comment. I'm gonna kind of start skimming through. Oh, Howard could have asked for help from Cliff, but he doesn't because he couldn't because he wouldn't. He immediately hired his own private eye, knowing he had already gotten his ass fucking nailed multiple times by these people in ways he could have never expected. He still thought, I've got what it takes. I'll show them. I'll show everyone. He was a complete to both of them for years. Doing a little self improvement isn't gonna make up for that. I get that it's in style to like him now. The beauty of both of these shows is they're about losers. Call them criminals, call them civilians, it doesn't matter. Each person is confident they can make it out alive and beat everyone around them. Um, I yeah, I don't know. I don't really agree with how you're looking at this. Um, because
You're
Cliff
kind of right that each character does think they're going to make it out.
he does. I don't disagree with every aspect of it. It's just like asking Cliff for help. I mean, he's immediately trying to explain the situation to Cliff when Cliff talked to him. And Cliff, it's very clear Cliff doesn't believe him. Cliff thinks he's an addict. The manipulation that Saul and Kim did on Cliff was successful. So he's trying to solve it his own way, and he even offers like he's still trying to do things the Howard way. He offers Jimmy a fight, like, hey, we'll do a boxing match, so you can get this out of we can like both get this out of our systems. And I do think it shows like Howard's lack of understanding of just how far Jimmy is willing to go with this guy. But yeah, I don't know if he had much of a choice in the situation. He needed evidence that Jimmy was doing this to him. That's why he got a private investigator. He was trying to get that evidence. Cliff doesn't believe him. If he calls the police, they're not going to be able to do anything to help him. Like, there's no proof. He needed proof, and that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, as a lawyer, you'd think he'd understand that, right? Like, I need evidence, I need proof in order for anything I have against this guy to stand. So it's just like, yeah, he couldn't have just gone to somebody and been like, hey, this is happening. He needed something that would, like, have people believe him.
I think you have some aspects of Howard right there, though. I felt bad for Howard trying to be the middleman of another family's crazy dysfunction and ended up like that. Yeah, the whole show, that is happening the entire fucking show. Oh. I met Patrick Fabian last month at HorrorCon. He was super happy to talk to us and a really nice guy. He went on about the Namaste plate. He went all in on the Namaste plate. He signed for us. If there's another event that Howard, good old Patrick Fabian said, I have like my own Namaste plate, license plate on my door. I gotta take it to him. He was happy to talk. I tried acting for a while, and we talked about being on stage and trying to make that work. Nice. He does seem like a really down-to-earth guy. The exact topic I choose in every opportunity. Guys will do anything but go to therapy. Howard ain't no regular guy. Oh.
I mean, yeah.
I still think Howard could have stopped Lalo. He had everything to do so. That's a new take. I haven't heard that one before. You know what? I think Howard could have. I think Howard could have disarmed Lalo and defeated him very easily, but he was trying to take the Peace Four out. That's the only problem. But I would definitely agree that Howard Hamlin is a stronger character than Lalo, and Lalo took a cheap shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the thing that's, like, interesting and terrifying about Lalo is that, like, he will just do that. Like, he doesn't wait for a moment where he basically he doesn't wait. If he sees an opportunity to cause chaos or harm or damage, he'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, you can't really wait either, so.
Yeah.
He's a douchebag.
He is not going to give somebody a chance, even if they are innocent. He is just a beeline force of destruction.
There's a clear difference between Skylar and Howard. One died. A couple of people in these comment sections, I remember there being a few of these, got annoyed that I said that there was a similarity between Skylar, Howard, and Chuck. I did not say that their journeys were exactly the same. I'm saying they were all three characters who got a lot of backlash from the audience. That does not mean I said Skylar and Howard are the same. I don't think that. And if you think I said that, then you're reading into something that isn't there. I think you're gay. Maybe. I liked Lalo right up to the point he killed Howard. Then I hated his guts. Hey, you know what? It's understandable.
I think you're gay, a legit comment.
Yeah.
What is this, 2012?
Oh. I'm not reading all of them anymore. I want to read this one. Chuck is legit the worst character in either Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. If you look up the definition of scumbag, you'd find a picture of Chuck. He would have burnt HHM to the ground just to screw his own brother out of success. Howard was collateral damage to Chuck, and it's totally heartbreaking how Howard's life ended. Shot for absolutely nothing, and then buried next to the guy who did it in a pit where no one would have ever known what happened. Yeah. I don't think that Chuck is the... I mean, are you saying he's the most despicable character, or he's like the most poorly written character? Because he's definitely not the most poorly written character. I think he's one of the best written characters. But in terms of worst, I mean, he is a petty bitch for sure. But we are talking about the show where people kill kids occasionally.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe he's not the worst.
He's not the worst, but he is just an old man, because I think almost everybody knows some old guy that would deny that they're not feeling well and, you know, want to work until they, you know, I don't even know. I just know that was my, not to the same petty degree, but a lot of old people, you know, will deny that they have problems.
Why do you never say the last G of words? Because I'm above it. Howard deserves our respect, but it is a technical error that he was not aware of the broader community and law enforcement. In his position, he could have known Saul was in cartel circles, but his bubble was too small. Despite his admirable work in his own bubble and his own growth, it wasn't enough because he was blind to the hazards of his Saul connection. I mean, Howard was definitely in his own bubble, but
yeah, but also you need fucking proof.
Yeah.
I love when people talk about law shows like they know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, if it was so easy, then if it was so easy, a lot of court cases would go by in such a different way. Because, like, hell, even Al Capone is a perfect example of being like, yeah, we know he's doing shit. How do we get him, though? Right? You gotta fucking get somebody. I'm sorry.
And there was a part of the show in the 5th season where Howard was legitimately worried about Jimmy and pulled Kim aside to talk to her about it. And then Kim just, like, mocked him and laughed at him. So there was a moment of him trying to figure out what was going on because he thought he didn't know anything about Jimmy being involved with cartel people. I think even up until like Lalo walking in the room, he hadn't had that figured out. He probably never did he probably had no idea why Lalo was there or who he was. But I'm losing my train of thought. But there was a moment where he noticed, like, Saul's behavior becoming something, like, really alarming and tried to say something about it. But if the only other person on the planet who, like, gives a shit about Jimmy mocks him for that, then, I mean, at that point, it's time to stop trying.
Well, it's the thing is that a lot of people do this, even I do this, is where people like to forget that, like, it's a show and people don't have as much awareness as the viewer does, right? So, like, it's easy to go, oh, you could just go to the cops. No, you need actual fucking proof, and I don't know how easy that would really be for the show, in all honesty. I could be absolutely wrong.
Right. Oh, we got a comment from Xanderbrow. So now that I finally finished this universe, honestly, Howard deserved better. Yep, Will, you got it. You got it down. It sure as shit doesn't mean throw open the border and facilitate the destruction of the nation. Fucking traitors. What? Are you on the right video?
What, hello?
Wait, what did he say?
What the fuck are you talking about? That wasn't.
What did
Are we on the right? Are you on the right comment section, bud?
Oh.
Wait.
Rip, handsome guy.
you a handsome guy?
31-minute rage bait. Why this character is the best? Lola. Hold my beer. I don't get it. You think this video is a rage bait? It's not a rage bait. If you watch the video, it's very clearly not a rage bait. I don't even think the thumbnail suggests it's a rage bait.
Man.
All right, I think.
Hey, if it's rage bait, at least they watched it, right? Like, at least they like. If you're gonna comment that it's rage bait, always remember you watched it.
At this point, calling things rage bait that aren't rage bait is sometimes rage bait. Just trying to read through. These are all like very nice comments here. I'm looking for something to respond to.
These are nice comments. I want to be angry.
It doesn't even have to be like a mean comment, just one that has like. I appreciate these. I appreciate all these comments though. I feel like there was like. Here's one that might be interesting. Howard is an
If I don't give you shit, then what's the point of me being here?
Howard is an obedient Jesse, a parallel world Jesse, who always did what was expected of him by his dad, Chuck, society. A Jesse who never dared to rebel. They're both rich suburban kids of strong-willed Puritan parents and handsome, charismatic, kind-hearted, loyal, ordinary guys. A lot of description there. I appreciate that. Guys who do well when they apply themselves, unlike Jimmy, Mike, Gus, Chuck, or Walt, who are exceptional in their fields. Ironically, Jesse can be quite obedient too. He just lives in a different world. Howard's obedience is the key trait that sets him apart from all the main Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad characters. They're all rebels in their ways, even Chuck or Kim, even Skyler to an extent. Okay, yeah. I mean, that was a. I don't know if I have much to say back to that, but I mean that's a well thought out comment. Good job. Gay, a little bit. Then why don't you marry him? Because he's in the ground. He's buried in the ground.
You guys are gonna make him come out now. How does that make you feel? I'm joking.
Even if he wasn't dead, he already got a wife. Like, what are you talking about?
No, listen, you don't understand how charismatic Michael is. Or a fictional character.
I think I do.
No subtitles, sad face. Is the YouTube generated subtitles on this video?
They suck sometimes.
They do suck. Oh, they are. It is unavailable. I'll see if I can fix that. I mean, this is like almost a year too late now from that comment, but
I mean, it's always better to do it than not.
Yeah, I think it normally is on. I don't know why they're turned off here. All right, well, yeah, I'll try to fix that. If I ever do this professionally, I'll try to actually, for like all the heavily scripted videos, I'll try to like do the subtitles myself, just so they're not shit. All right, let's.
What you need to do, Michael, is you need to make sure that you don't put the G at the ending of your words if you do it professionally, just to piss people off.
I just need to write my scripts about it now. I'm gonna do. I wanted to look at some from figuring out dick figures and the legacy of Stupid Mario Bros. But there's way less videos, so I just less comments. So I'll knock these two out real quick before moving on to the ranking the human
I love
characters.
how you named it "Figuring Out Dick Figures." That is like the perfect name.
Thank you. I liked that title. I think I like that title.
No, I'm being like legit. It's like the perfect name for that.
Thank you. I do not. There is no top comment on this one. No top comment.
Really?
Yeah, I never. Well, I mean, no pinned comment, I should say, because I was going to give special shout out to every pinned comment, but I never pinned a comment on this one. Maybe later. Once I got a chance to tell my friend you should watch Dick Figures, and you can already imagine his reaction. Yeah. If only they had your $25. Great video, by the way. I am obsessed with Dig Figures right now, and gosh, this is just what I needed. I started flapping my hands like an excited bird whenever you mentioned my goat and glorious king, Lord Tourette's. Guys, we stand Lord Tourette's. No, when they say we, who are they referring? Who's the we?
The Lord Tourette's fan club, apparently.
I thought for a second they might be saying like they have Tourette's and all people with Tourette's like Lord Tourette's, but I don't know if that's what they're saying. Yoshi Pup, is this like a bigger channel? There's a check mark. Oh yeah. They've got I guess it's like an animation channel or something. Cool. I just rewatched and still enjoy the series. Why couldn't you make Freshman 15 nowadays? Because it was an episode about a kind of an older guy trying to hook up with people, like trying to have sex with 15 people that were barely legal. I think that's gonna, if you know anything about the world today, that's gonna get more backlash than it was gonna get when the show came out, of course.
The fact that you even acknowledged it beyond that point is kind of funny. I think it's very clear. I mean, maybe you watched the episode.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to come off as mean or anything. I'm just saying, like...
No, I'm not trying to be, like, too mean either. It's just, like, I mean, like, even if you're like, oh, I'm not offended by that, I don't give a shit. It's like, okay, but, like, people are going to be. Just objectively, people are, like, people are going to respond to that in a more negative way now. A lot of these old... We were watching Code Monkeys for something I won't talk about too much right now, and like that, like, yeah, it's part of the era. People just joked. The things that were joked about were different. And it's not that edgy humor doesn't exist anymore. It actually very much still fucking exists, but it's like there was it's so weird watching some of those old fucking episodes.
There was an episode that was very bad.
Yeah, and it's just like nowadays, if someone aired that on television, there would be some sort of negative backlash to it. Back when it was coming out, I doubt there was. I doubt anyone gave a shit. Or if they did give a shit, there just wasn't like a lot of like attention to that, you know?
Wasn't like a huge hoopla, yeah.
Because there was like Dick Figures falls under that. I love a lot of Dick Figures, but they do have episodes that are just like part of that era, and they belong in that era.
Can I give you credit? The fact that I love that you are willing to say I love Dick Figures on the internet is just fucking great.
I think I like the movie more than anything. The movie was fun to rewatch. The show, I really only pinpointed a few episodes that I liked on a rewatch, but the movie I think is like, that's why half the video is talking about the movie, is the movie was just kind of a fun production.
And by the way, I'm not trying to be rude on that. I'm just saying, like, that I got bullied so much for less. So
I would have never said it.
Give you so much. I happily give you so much fucking credit. You are the man of all men for being able to do that.
Well, thank you.
Hey, Michael.
What's up?
Do you want to record that stuff tomorrow?
We probably can. What time did you want to do it again?
Just whenever Mitzi gets home.
Cass, are you free tomorrow?
I should be, as long as it's after, like, obviously school times, but...
Okay. Yeah,
It'll
let's...
be pretty late.
Yeah, Let's try to do that tomorrow.
Okie doke.
Nah, the Fang
Before
Angels.
before we move on, I do have a very brief question. Mitzi, did you ever watch not Dick Figures, Code Monkeys?
Did I ever watch what?
Code Monkeys?
I loved Code Monkeys.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I've thought about showing it to you guys sometime because I'm like, this is my South Park, y'all.
We will talk to you about something later if that's
Yeah.
okay, Mikhail.
Yeah. We've got a proposition for you.
Okay, I love propositions.
Nah, the Fang Angels joke is hilarious even to this day. Hey, you know what? More power to you. I definitely find some outdated jokes funny still, and I'm not even trying to be fucking facetious when I say that. I am being genuine. There is shit that is extremely dated, like extremely dated references that I find very funny. I still like fucking Smiling Friends making a Christian reference. Duralius and Dick Figures mentioned what is a bad animated show. I don't get that. This feels like a comment that needed to be proofread. Are you saying they're bad animated shows, or are you questioning me calling them bad animated shows? Because I didn't call them bad animated shows. In fact, I really like Duralius. Dick Figures I liked. Past tense. If you're just saying they're both bad animated shows, then, I mean, it's not the most outrageous opinion to have. I could see a lot of people disliking both of them.
I can see Duralius probably more than Dick Figures.
Oh. Oh my god, I
we're
never...
talking about animation, not quality.
Oh, I mean... You mean like the animation and the animation of Duralius is... The animation Duralius is like pretty bad. But I love it just for the humor, and not every episode, but
there's nothing wrong with it. I think that I can't.
It's not great animation. It really isn't.
Yeah, I can't argue for it.
I think
I think it's funny.
I think it's better than what I do, though. It at least moves. Justice for Pink, and then response, what, why, what happened to Pink? And then says, I don't think she deserves the hate from fans. Plus, the show didn't know what to do with her. Well, that's right there is why the hate from the fans comes, because you're acknowledging the problem right there. The show didn't know what to do with her. And I don't hate Pink, but she's definitely not a very, like, there's not much to her character. They didn't really, she was there to be Blue's girlfriend, and that's it. Stacy was more than just Red's girlfriend. She was also funny. But Pink isn't like it's fine to like Pink. Pink isn't a terrible character. She just doesn't... What is she really... Yeah, like, what is she... You said it in your comment. They didn't know what to do with her. She was the girl.
There's nothing wrong with liking that, though.
That is fine, but yeah. Do one about animation versus Minecraft. Is that a web show? I probably won't do that if I'm being honest. No disrespect, just anyway. I'll move on to the legacy of stupid Mario Bros. Kevin Chamberlain has the pinned comment for being someone who actually was on the show. What I liked most from this show, at least from the first 3 seasons of movie, was the quality of the cosplay they had going for all the characters. The Link costume wasn't on the level of Smosh or Defy Media, but it was a very believable thing a video game character would wear in real life. Didn't they, like, wasn't it actually, like, part of a graduation robe that they dyed to get the Link costume? I think I remember Richie saying that in a behind-the-scene video. They got, like, really crafty with the costumes for Stupid Mario Bros.
I agree. I like the costumes a lot. The first 2 seasons costumes. I I don't know. I think actually they did better even with like later on, like with Zelda and stuff, than I'd argue Defy and stuff. But I don't know. That's really it.
I'm 40 in 2025. I remember this comment. I see so many millennials my age stuck in this era. It's a very shameful. It's very shameful, but I understand in a way. Things were still okayish pre 2008 for us. No mystery why so many are stuck in Arrested Development. It's a weird comment, man.
It's a good show. Come on, I think I haven't watched Arrested Development. Forgive me.
It's a weird point you're trying to make because you're the one who clicked on this, you know? Like, what are you doing looking into this if you have a problem with people reflecting back on it? Your comment makes no sense to me.
So can I be a little harder on this one?
Yeah, and do, but I want to say one more thing to it too. It's also a comment that assumes this sort of thing is the only thing being discussed here. You're looking at someone reflecting back on something, reflecting back on a show they appreciated and talking about it as a negative thing, as if that's the only thing they do. But we do plenty of content on other stuff. We talk about modern movies and modern like projects. There's nothing wrong with looking back at something older. That's very bizarre. It is a very bizarre mindset to have, and I can't agree with you even a little bit.
I think the thing that makes this comment weird is your video doesn't come off on being stuck on the thing. It's just you looking back at it for a brief moment, and I don't. I mean, and I could be wrong. You might have been a little bit more nostalgic in the whatever, but it feels like you were just looking back at it and acknowledging what it was, not going back and going, oh god, we need to go back to the days of this. Like,
we also work our way up to the present and talk about the films of Austin Stevenson and where a lot of the people are now. We talk about Kevin's book. We talk about how Matt is working on a medieval fantasy show. I think it's a movie now. We talk about all of this. Like we're looking. It's not just a look back at the past; it's a look at the future too. It's also about how a bunch of people came together and have the relationships they do now because of said show, because of the connection formed from it. So it's like it really feels like you clicked on the video, because if you watch this entire video, then you're criticizing yourself for watching the whole video. So I don't think you understand this video at all. I think you clicked on it and left the comment. I think it's a very moronic comment, and that is all I have to say.
Also, I feel like the state of YouTube was a little bit more... God, I'm trying not to be too much of a hipster, but I feel like it was... Because I'm a hipster in nature, unfortunately. But I feel like the state of YouTube at that time was a little bit more adventurous, where now it doesn't feel as adventurous. But that's just me being an older person looking at where we're at today, because I'm not going out of my way to look for stuff like Stupid Mario. Mm. But I feel like looking back at that time was a cool time where YouTube wasn't... it's not even... I can't even say that it's bad today, but, you know.
It's I mean, different. There's a lot of really obnoxious stuff on this platform now.
Yeah. Well, that's the enshittification of everything.
Yeah.
I just want to put it into perspective. What's more pathetic, making a video looking back on a show you are nostalgic for, or leaving a comment on a video you didn't even bother to watch the whole thing of?
Yeah, and that's speculate.
And that's more pathetic.
That is speculative, but it is. I believe it's probably true, because it would be very weird for them to say that while also sitting through the entire 3.5 hour long video.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, and I kind of get what they're saying, because once again, my hipster senses are tingling. It feels like a very hipster-ass thing to say. To watch a video and go, really, I hate that you're looking back at this time, you know. It's like, come on, man.
I feel a little mean going this hard on this person, because they didn't even phrase their comment that rudely. It sounded like they were trying to be objective with it. But it is just a weird thing to say that I can't get behind at all.
Well, I feel like I agree, but I also feel like it's not that we're even going that hard on it, because we could... I don't know about you, I could be a lot meaner. I'm just bringing up the fact that, like, I don't know, you know, it's. I feel like you could have watched the video maybe.
Yeah. I grew up watching Richie in middle school and high school and always wondered about the Dane and Richie situation. The dynamic between Dane and Austin was always such a good comedy between the two. I didn't know that Austin had passed. I recently rewatched the whole series to help inspire my own projects and forgotten how hilarious the whole show was. Episode 75 really does feel like the real end, and I disagree with you about Ganondorf's costume, though I think it was fine for what they were doing. Incredible video. Thanks for making a 3.5 hour love letter. Might seem like a lot of criticism about two guys making a show in the early 2000s, but on the internet. But it really did inspire a part of a generation of kids to just make stuff. I think I think I'm pretty nice to Richie in the video. I do criticize it, but it's also a video. If I wasn't honest with my thoughts, I couldn't justify the video. You know. But I mean, yeah, maybe you could definitely say being like even like critical about about it like with what it is a little harsh, and maybe I'd agree with that a little bit, but I think it was necessary.
I don't think it's harsh. I actually think it's kind of mean to. That's like, you know, that's like. It's like somebody. It's like you going to an art show and then like going like, oh, I don't think, you know, this needs to be judged. Like, or I don't think it's out there and it is art regardless. It doesn't need to be hardcore judged. No, but I do think that it is you communicating your feelings to it and you being critical of it while not being rude. Acknowledging its artistic merit feels better than just going, it's YouTube shit. No, it's art. It is art no matter how you look at it. And I'm not saying that you're criticizing it hard. You're just speaking of what it art is. Well, you're talking about its art. It is still a film, no matter how you look at it.
Right, and I feel like in that video, it's not like I you know, every single installment has its own segment. It's like, all right, this segment starts. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. No, it's just more so having a casual conversation about it. And as we make it to parts that I especially love, I point out that I especially love them. And as we make it to parts that never really clicked with me, yeah, you express that too. I think all of it needs to be expressed when you're doing like especially a video like this length. Yeah, like, yeah, it needed just kind of be it's, you know, this really is probably the last time I'm talking about this show. So I really wanted to like put it all out there. Like that was kind of the idea, is like I've talked about the show so many times in videos on podcasts, like little videos I did on the Brigade so many times. And this was just kind of like, his show is definitely done this time, and I'm just putting it all out there.
And I think, hopefully, because me and you and all of us are working on stuff, and with Spiny and other projects, that I think that if somebody criticized it, I would be honored because they took the time to look at it as art, not look at it as it's just a stupid internet thing, right? Like, and that's what I think makes it more important than anything else, is that somebody looked at it as art, not just silly internet shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially since you actually really did give a shit about it. You made 3 hours. I don't know, that's an honor in and of itself.
A lot of people talk about the Austin tribute, and I'm happy to hear that. Because I do think that was... I'm glad that people are talking about him. I'm glad people are talking about his work. I guess I had 2 hours, 54 minutes. I say something. You were an exploding duck. Yeah, me and a few friends. It was a collaborative channel, but I was the one who uploaded the most frequently. I can remember very well watching your Plumber Night reviews back then. Why do you regret them? I don't remember. Did I say I regret them in this video? I probably did. I regret most of my old discussion videos, but I don't really regret them. I just, maybe I did say regret. I don't remember. But, I do dislike listening to them. Because you just change as a person, and then you hear yourself say something, and you start to disagree with your past self.
Yeah.
All right, I think I responded to the ones I wanted to respond to. Let's look
I think to answer why you regret things is sometimes you're not, when you're younger, you're not able to be as charitable, or you're trying, or in my case, you're trying to be performative
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're trying to act like you know more shit. Not you. This is just me talking about me. But sometimes you try to act like you know more than you actually do. So you start becoming performative and you start saying things that you've heard other people say versus actually coming to your own conclusion. And, you know, and it's just looking back at your old stuff, it's going to be easily regrettable sometimes because it's not how you feel.
Yeah. Do a few more from the ranking the human characters. This is going to be the most outdated one because I really don't get comments on this video anymore. That did finally die. But the pinned comment on this one is no other than Mitzi. I think it'd be funny if the fourth movie, Agent Stone would be retired on a beach with a proper non-evil boyfriend, also played by Jim Carrey.
You picked
That is the correct
comment.
answer.
Yep. No, that is the pinned comment of this video. No way on earth Olive Garden guy is worse than freaking Wanda Whipple. Some of your choices you ranked here seem pretty biased. Do you not understand what a ranking video is? Of course it's biased.
All biased.
Of course it's biased. I don't know. I mean, like, Olive Garden guy has, like, nothing interesting about him, and Wanda Whipple is pretty annoying. So they're both at the very end of this video. It's not like one is significantly better than the other. In fact, I think I make it pretty clear in this video that I think really only, like, the very top of the list are characters I actually like.
Yeah.
I think the progression of Eggman and most of the ratio of game accuracy versus movie adaptation came down to get an audience is on board for it. To me, it feels like with the amount of the crew that are Sonic fans, they wanted to make these movies a love letter to the games, but couldn't immediately do that because of the box office. It's hard for me to call the first one a love letter when I saw what it was originally going to be. But I know I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying with like kind of get like, you know, because you absolutely have a point because yes, in every single movie he got closer to the character, and you could say that maybe they felt like they wanted to show that transition into his insanity and maybe making him act that way because people did like him in the first movie. I personally wasn't too into it, but people did really get into that, and that's why they kept like that was probably a big part of why 2 more movies got made.
I think the best way to put it is everything that, like, I feel like it's really, I think they hit it on the head. It's kind of the box office's fault. Because, like, that's kind of the issue with these kind of things is that there's going to be, you know.
Why am I over in Crumbird? Doesn't make any sense. I wasn't over in Crumbird yesterday.
Anyway, yeah, I remember reading this comment in the past, so I'll leave it there. But yeah, I mean, I do I remember this comment. It even says I responded to it. Yeah, that there is a good point being made about it. I think it's a fair argument to what I said, and it's not too much of an argument. I still ranked Robotnik really high. The fact Preston go ahead.
It's just as a fan, you want, like I said in my Minecraft video, there's you want more, you want better, you want whatever. And, like, honestly, I'm gonna be there too next year. Mm-hmm. Because Sonic's hitting me with Amy, and Zelda's coming out. So I'm gonna be there with you where if they don't, like, it's gonna be so easy for me to not like them being accurate to the thing or them showing more.
Look, I want to... Sorry.
But there is a point where, like, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say this, there is a point where I have to acknowledge that the box office rules because I can't make I don't have enough money for me personally to just be like, this is how I want it. So
right. Right. Personally, I want like a 2D animated Sonic film. Like my expectations of what I like, expectations versus what I actually want are always going to be like that for the movies. I'll say what I want, but I don't expect it, and I do think that they handled the for what the live action films are, I think they handled it probably as good as they could have once they made it past that first hurdle.
Michael, homie, I understand you more than anything else, because once again, like Sonic, at least them not making that one, whatever, it worked out. Zelda is a terrifying concept because we had a really good animated Mario movie, and then they're going, no, we're doing live action. So with Sonic, whatever, if it failed, whatever, they could immediately go back to animation. Zelda's one where it's like, why did you even think live action? You can prove me wrong. It is possible, but also, what are you doing?
The fact that Preston Plays was in Sonic 2 makes me mildly upset, but okay. I mean, he's arguably the better of the two Prestons, I know. The other being mildly infamous owner of a certain Roblox game with cubic pets, but he's not like exactly good either. I don't know who the other two Prestons are. There is he's like a YouTuber who's in the second Sonic movie, like as a cameo, and I made a joke about it in the video, also saying I'm not proud that I know who that is, because when I said, like, when I was talking about obnoxious YouTube content, he, like, how a lot of YouTube is obnoxious today, he's like one of the people I would be referring to. It is very like clickbaity, flex and wealth, that kind of guy.
Oh well, Spidey needs to be in the next Sonic movie. They just need to have him on a poster.
Agent Stone. Okay. Me.
You know, there's a possibility that if you get popular enough, it could happen because Sonic happened.
No, you never know. Probably not.
No, probably not. But, like, I'm just saying, like, it would be great.
Never was a Sonic fan, not even a little bit. Agent Stone made me convert. Agent Stone gave you an awakened you. I'm ridiculously glad that Robotnik and Stone share first place. Happy to hear. I think Rockwell could really be boosted by her teaming up with Rouge to challenge her hatred of Mobians. I can see her teaming up as a fight with fire kind of mindset, only to have a Tom-esque arc but villainous. That could be fun. Like, they did do something like that in X. I mean, that could be kind of fun. Wade Whipple is number one. He should have been. He honestly should have been. I think what I love about the Sonic movies is that the human characters aren't boring. An example of another well-known character is Godzilla. The American movies, MonsterVerse movies, have some of those boring human characters I've ever seen, and they add nothing to the plot and aren't even likable, which is a huge negative to the movie, since most of the screen time is actually taken up by the human plot, which I can't stand. I only saw Kong Skull Island, which I thought was okay, and Godzilla King of Monsters, which was one of the most boring film experiences I've ever had in my life, so I will give you that. I thought the humans were extremely boring in that movie, and you are right. They are 90% of the focus. Kong Skull Island shows a lot of monsters, and I don't know, John C. Reilly's character was kind of fun.
That's just the problem I had. I want more monsters.
Yeah. Kong Skull Island's okay. I saw it in theaters. Honestly, I never want to watch it again, but it was fun. Like, they utilized Kong a decent amount, and then they also had other giant monsters on the island. The helicopter scene was really cool. Kong looked great. Kong Skull Island's not a bad movie. Have you seen that one?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You might like that one. They really do give the monsters a lot of focus in it. I do think the human characters are mainly dull, but John C. Reilly plays this guy who's been stuck on the island the whole time. Like, he's been stuck there for a very long time. And he's okay. He's an okay human character. He's a little bit funny, but he's also a little bit sad because he's, like, missed, like, a majority of his life because he's been stuck there. They do a pretty good job with him in that. Oh. Paramount said Shadow's getting a movie, not a show. I don't know if they confirmed anything yet, have they? even to this day, I don't think they've confirmed anything. I know that there's like a special event movie they talked about, but that's so vague that I'm not even going to take that seriously until they say more.
Yeah, no. I mean, we might hear about it now.
You know what the crazy thing about you know what the crazy thing about Rachel is? They didn't really change her character. All the off the rails wedding did her wonders. Everything about her was great in the first movie. It was hilarious in the second. I think it was just it's funny because it's immediately followed by Rachel is not funny. I think I don't I think it's just her being antagonistic towards our protagonist in the first movie is probably what made her great in, because we see, you know, Sonic and Tom trying to do their thing and she's like kind of a nuisance to them. Where in the second movie, maybe the reason more people were on board is because it's Rachel versus Gunn,
Yeah.
which is pretty funny.
I think
Uh,
I don't mind an antagonistic character because, like, I don't know. I think that sometimes I don't know. Antagonistic characters towards the protagonist is whatever.
I don't-
think that it's easy for people to not like it because they're with the
No.
protagonist, but I don't know.
I agree. I mean, I think that's why, but I mean, I don't even hate Rachel in the first movie. I don't like Rachel was, I think, hit the middle of the list, and that is very much me saying you are one of the better human characters, not me saying you are a character that I really like.
I think the thing with Rachel is that, like, she's a character that's like, yep, cool, I see you, and then you move on.
I think it was smart to give her a smaller part in the third movie, but I do think it's kind of funny how derailed the second one gets. It's a flaw, but it's a really funny flaw.
See, I don't know. I like the second one for it. I don't think the thing that sucks about Rachel is, and that scene is, it's like that's a really funny scene. I like it. If it wasn't in the movie, would I be hurt? No.
What about Gary Sinclair and Dylan Beagleton, the Bolin host? They have much more lines than Susie and Byer, and a few really funny ones. Good point. They probably should have been in the ranking.
That's it. We're redoing the ranking right now.
I'll rank them together, and let me go up to the video. They are ahead of this guy, Rachel's husband, but below the Dancing Russian. They're number 16. There we go.
Thank you for indulging me on that stupid comment.
Just some theory stuff. Some
I don't
Robotnik
hear the
comment.
theory stuff. I'm not watching your stream.
But Kristen Ritter is so weird because at some point in the movie she just disappears. Yeah, I thought her character was very bizarre. It felt like they didn't really know what to do with her. Why is Maria ranked number 5? She's the most good character in this film. She's not in a lot of it. I don't know. She's number 5's pretty good. Number 5 is an honorable role to have. Oh,
Phenomenal. Depending on
Yeah.
your number.
yeah. Honestly, I didn't like most of the human characters, but Rachel's got to be my least favorite. I didn't find her funny at all. Her whole character was pointless. Nothing would have changed in the story if she was completely cut out. But for some reason, she was given a lot of screen time because people responded well to her in the first one. That's why. Like every time she appeared in the second movie, I wanted to just get back to Sonic. I want to see Sonic and his friends in a Sonic movie, not some random woman. I mean, I agree, but these movies are these movies. I want like I said, I want a 2D film that doesn't have any of this live action shit in it, but it's also like this is what we're getting. So when you look at it for what it is, yeah, Rachel is a high energy character. Like she's kind of up there with Wade and Robotnik and Stone, where she's one of the she's one of the more funny characters. She has she has a stronger personality than a lot of them.
Mhm.
Wade and Patty are cringe, both too high. Who's Patty again? Is that Wade's mom?
I love the fact that this person used the term cringe.
Wade is cringe, but that's what makes him so great.
I feel like the word cringe as hell now, dude.
I never liked it.
Wade is pathetic, but he's also trying his fucking best, and that's why he's endearing. Who's Patty? I don't remember Patty.
You're Patty.
Is that the... It might be the mom? I don't remember. It's the Kid Cudi.
What did I do?
No, it's Wendy. Who's Patty? Did they mean to say Maddie and they typed it in wrong? I don't know. I don't remember there being a Patty. You remember a Patty, Cass?
No. What? No.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you gonna rank Sonic X human characters next?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Probably not, but I probably could. I have opinions on them.
Can I be an asshole?
Go ahead.
We'll do it when YouTube stops blocking our videos.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, actually, that's that. I agree with you. That's my answer. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. Stone needs to be in the games. I don't know, and I don't care how you how you'll fit him. Just do it. Crossworlds would be a great opportunity.
So I think not the games, mind you, but I think he could definitely fit in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the games. I'm saying like I think it'd be harder to sell it because Sonic isn't consistent. Like they'll tell you there's a timeline, but like Zelda, you can look at it and go, oh, okay, sure.
Oh.
Like I mean, I could be wrong. I just feel like I would love to see him in the games. It's just how would you do it, right? I guess he could be the mini bosses.
To be fair, he obtained the cafe through murder. This is referring to Agent Stone because I said Agent Stone isn't like that evil of a person, but the prequel comic, yeah, no, that's true. Like,
oh, you read that?
I didn't, but I've had it described to me. You gave it to me. I need to read it. I found it the other day.
There's a prequel comic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it to Michael, yeah.
Yeah, Cass gifted it to me, and I never read it, and I feel bad. I should read it. But I've had it.
Let them have it.
And another comment. Also, the prequel comics, Agent Stone killed people. So yeah, Agent Stone is a murderer, and that is not established in the movies, but it is in the comic, and the comic is canon to the movies. So yeah, Agent Stone is bad. He's a bad guy. He's still a goofy bad guy, but he's a bad guy.
When people say bad man, it always gives me that same energy from Spy Kids with the villain and like the reversed like dialogue of the people on the island. Might be the only person that fucking knows what the hell I'm talking about.
Oh.
I really liked Spy Kids as a kid. That was
It's
like
been
an
a
obsession.
while. It's been a while.
I do not think you would like it today. It's one of those like unless you I don't know. I don't know, you might appreciate it.
Showing Maria's death in a PG way, my dude. Sonic has always been PG. That is not an excuse. What are you talking about?
Oh no,
Or do you want to?
Shadow the Hedgehog's E10.
Yeah. Do you want to mention? Okay. All right, man. Do you want to mention the fact that? Okay. Where in the games do you see Maria get shot? Where in the games has that ever been shown on screen? It hasn't. It always cuts away or is implied. It has never been shown. If it ever did get shown, it was in a fucking comic. And I don't even know if it was shown there. You have never seen the bullet go into Maria. That has never been a thing. Anyway.
You know, I feel it's weird that people really want to see this child getting killed.
Oh my god, this is the same fucking person, this next comment. Anyone that likes any of the human characters besides Jero, Ivo, or Maria is a massive cuck. I'd put the maid from Sonic X above any of these idiots. You sound like a fun person to be around. I honestly think the game should adopt Agent Stone as Eggman's sidekick, because he's a much more likable and funny than those stupid... I do ask robots like Cubot or whatever. I like Agent Stone more than Orbot and Cubot. Finally, someone who actually loves Wade too. You know, if you read these comments, there's a lot of support for Wade, so you're not alone. It's funny how Agent Stone has unconsciously manipulated the audience into believing he's a good person when he's clearly more complex and ambiguous than this. He really doesn't care at all about the bad things Robotnik has done. In fact, admires and supports him without question every time. I think it's because people like him, but he's like a funny villain. But I think it is kind of true that people like view Agent Stone as a sweetheart. It might even partially just be because people really like his actor because he interacts with the fan base a lot.
I mean, so do we.
Yeah, but
so do we, right? We like. I mean, it's okay if you don't like Eggman, but
oh yeah, Eggman's a fun.
We let his shit slide.
Well, yeah, Eggman's a fun villain, so we like Eggman. Bowser, it's the same reason people like Bowser. Bowser's a fun villain, so we like him. But yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I guess I do think that Agent Stone is a bad person because he is a villain. So of course he's a bad person, but he's a very fun bad person, and he does have charisma, like a lot of villains do. We were talking about Lalo earlier. Lalo's a horrible person with charisma.
Scary charisma, like quite literally scary charisma.
Bruh, ain't no way you put Wade above anybody, especially the commander. I put Wade above a lot of people. Like a lot of people. Agent Stone is...
You said it like you killed somebody.
Agent Stone in the 3 was one of the best. One, not only did he learn that people will leave you, might be wrong, but also to let go of people. Yeah, the little arc, the gunshot sound effect when Maria's plaque showed up made me laugh hysterically. That was a dark joke, but hey, you know, you all get it. I hate how mostly the characters suck. Yeah, it's not the human characters in the movies aren't great, but there are. I think the top 10 range from okay to good. My take on Rockwell is that she's not really meant to be a character that's supposed to be resolved in the third movie specifically. It's more so meant to be a setup for her, and by extension, Gunn, to be a reoccurring antagonist in the future. Honest to God,
that is correct.
She could, if the fourth movie or something later in the show makes this video obsolete, like with her rank not working anymore, that's a good thing.
You know, can I be honest with you? That is an amazing thought process that, like, proves that they have way more faith in this Sonic franchise than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I don't know if I think that, like, they're thinking that far ahead.
Does anyone else think Agent Stone was inspired by Dwight from The Office? He and Robotnik give me serious Michael and Dwight vibes. I think he's more charismatic than Dwight from The Office, but I don't know. I also think he's more loyal than Dwight. Dwight, like, and Michael do have a good friendship by the end of the show, but Dwight tries to fuck Michael over multiple times to get, like, the job, like, so he can be the boss.
Do I need to watch The Office?
Not really.
Honestly, be honest with me. Don't just lie to me and be like,
I like it, but I like The Office a good bit, but it's not like one of the... I would much sooner point you in the direction of Malcolm in the Middle or Community.
The problem is, I haven't seen Community, technically, but I've seen Malcolm in the Middle. I like Malcolm in the Middle.
It's a good show. The Office is fun. I like the show. It's one of the most popular sitcoms ever made, so of course it's like the discourse around it is like, you know, maybe it feels a little oversaturated, but I do still think the show is good. And I'm very opinionated about parts of it. There's like I could do a video on the last 2 seasons of the show because I think I have a take on it that is like a mix of a bunch of different takes, but it's also like I'm more charitable towards the last 2 seasons than a lot of people are. I like a lot more than a lot of people do, but there's also something that it does that I genuinely can't stand that I think people are like way too easy on. So I have like one really big bitchy thing to say about it, but then I also have a lot of defense of it because I think the last 2 seasons are pretty fun. The reason they're most criticized is because Michael isn't in them.
Okay. The thing I don't know what that even means.
The main character, Michael Scott, he leaves at the end of the 7th season.
Okay.
And the show had to survive without its like lead at that point, which is very hard for a show to do.
That sounds rough. I don't know, man. I'm aware of The Office in the fact of the matter of, like, I watched the British one, I think.
A lot of people say that one's funnier.
I didn't watch that one too deep, but I don't know. I keep hearing people say it's like the greatest thing, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have like a Friends moment of me being like, no.
I'm with you on
The Office is a show that I was never particularly blown away by, but it is pretty funny, and it's a good show to watch, like, if you're in a hotel and you're just, like, channel surfing, you're like, oh yeah, The Office is always going to be on, let's watch that. Like, it's never been, like, my primary source of entertainment, but when it's just, like, yeah, you're sitting in, like, the dentist's office or something, and it comes on, it's like, yeah, this is good. This is prime dentist office material.
See, I think I'm too much of a hipster to like The Office because at this point my brain will not let me even acknowledge if it's funny. I think I'm just too stuck in my own ways. At that point, I think I'm just too fucking hipster for it, and I hate it. I hate that I do that.
I don't think you're missing too much with The Office. I do think it's a solid sitcom. I'm with you on Friends. I have tried watching. Everyone in my family loves Friends, and everyone in my family loves New Girl, and I've seen a lot of both of them, and it's just, I don't think they suck or anything, but I'm just like, they do not make me laugh. They don't annoy me. I don't hate them. I don't dislike them, but I'm also just like, this is like,
Not for me, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This isn't that funny to me. The Office is pretty funny to me. I enjoy it, and I enjoy the character arcs, and I enjoy, like, there's storytelling in the show. I like that too, and it's not there immediately, but it's there pretty early. I think by season 2, it has like the episodes stand out, but there's a continuity that like lasts the entire show.
Like I said, it's dentist office material. It's something.
Yeah.
It's something to put on.
It's a show that I've watched more than one time. I can say that. I do like it.
I think for me it might have been one of those things that it was really cool to see when it aired. Like Friends, for me, I think it's one of those things if you had to be there for it, maybe. I don't know.
It's.
'Cause I don't even know if that. I'm talking about for me. I don't even think that's true. I know there's people that like. There's got to be people that love it more than that if it's such a thing that people talk about.
Well, right. It's one that I heard about for a long time too, just because it's kind of like fucking Doug Walker bringing up Doug. The Nickelodeon show Doug, like he got like called that a lot because of that show, and I got called got mentioned Michael Scott too because like, you know, most people don't hear, I don't say my middle name too, but any teacher that saw like my full name on a sheet, because my first name is Michael and my middle name is Scott.
You put a lot of information out there.
Michael's just comfortable with having his full government name out there.
I don't really care.
Always has been.
I don't care. But I mean, I've said that. I've told the story multiple times. But yeah, because they saw Michael Scott side by side when I was in elementary school, The Office was at like peak popularity. So like, I always got the comment about Michael Scott, like, oh, Michael Scott. Tom is
On a scale of Mitzi to Michael, how comfortable are you with the internet knowing your full government name?
Do you want all three of the names, or do you want none of the names?
None of them.
Tom is the best
No,
where
see,
you.
that's the catch, is that I think that we're all there's a trifecta, and I think each one of us hits it, right? Because like the thing is, I've legally changed my name, so I don't want it all the way out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody knows my middle name, so
I mean, I don't even think I know your middle name.
no. I will say this though, my video, you could.
I don't know any of my
names-
friends. I don't know any of my friends' middle names. Sorry, go ahead.
I will say this. Unfortunately, both of my if you're nerdy enough, you could sit there and be like, "Oh man, your both your names that you've chosen are video game references," and I'm like, that was not the intention.
Tom is the best. What are you talking about? He's Sonic's dad now, and the relationship is so cute in the heart of the movies. I respect the people who like Tom, because I don't think Tom is terrible, but I don't think he is especially interesting either. And I am glad that 2 and 3 did not write him out entirely, because that would be weird. But I don't know, like the second movie almost felt like they didn't want him to be there. And then the third one gave him and Maddie an actual active role in the plot for a little bit, which was
They
nice.
also gave him an out.
I think Tom's relationship with Sonic is good, and I like it a lot, and I think it's very cute. I don't think Tom as a character on his own is all that interesting.
Yeah. And I also
Son of a
like,
bitch.
I don't know, like I mean, I like these movies when they're being zany. I like these movies when they're being like out there and weird, because if we have to do Sonic in live action, that's what I want to see. Like, I mean, that's why I prefer. And I mean, that's not the case of all of them. I prefer Gerald when he's serious and he's really ranked high. I like Maria's number 5, and I mean, that's, Maria is a very dramatic character in the movie. Just because, I mean, everybody who goes into that movie knowing the Adventure 2 storyline, which is a lot of people, the tragedy is there from the very start. You know exactly what's going to happen to her. So I do think they can do serious well, and I think even Stone and Robotnik had a little bit of that in the third movie.
What I wouldn't give to just be in the mental state for even just a little bit of somebody going into that theater not knowing what is going to happen.
I think kids.
My child.
Yeah.
I think a lot of kids
Yeah.
who didn't play Adventure 2 yet.
Yeah, but like what I mean is like I would to experience that drama for the first
Right.
time. Like, imagine.
And I think it's actually more effective in the movie. That's another thing I'll give it, like, because I responded to that comment recently about the person like saying like the PG death. That's what a lot of people focused on. The movie does. I love Adventure 2. The movie does a way better job establishing her as a character than the games do.
Mhm.
It is one
I will
quick
say one thing,
flashback
though.
in Adventure 2. It is one quick flashback at the start of Shadow's first level, and then another one near the end of the campaign, and then I think one more time in the last story mode, and it's more so just Amy reminding him of Maria. Like, she is not present in the game that much. Where in the movie, they genuinely, like, the bond, they show the bond. They actually show the two. The games never really do that. They never really show the two bonding or doing anything. You just see the death.
So here's the deal. I will say that one's more impactful, and that's the movie one.
Mm-hmm.
Because implication for a child is...
Yeah.
Because Milo's aware of Sonic Adventure 2, and he knows she's dead. He just never pieced it together. Where in the movie, it's obvious.
I think that X...
In a movie you can't play it as easy, right? Because it's a child.
I think...
To be fair here, I don't think her death was any better, and no matter how you take it, they're both terrible ways to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't understand why people have an issue with how they handled the death. But I also just say, just in terms of establishing the character, I think the third movie, might be the best version of it. I'd have to look at X and the comics again because I don't remember what they do. I know they cover it. They both cover it, but I don't remember what they
I
do.
don't know what the
Shadow
comics do.
Shadow Generations did a pretty good job. I think the comics do, and I think there's even a character, a blonde. Like I think there's a comic where Shadow meets a blonde woman that reminds him of Maria, and they have like a little bit of an arc together.
In IDW or Archie?
I think it was Archie. It might even have been that. What was that spin-off comic called? Sonic Universe or something? Might have been part of that.
Yeah, that's later. I'm talking about main. That's like Ian Flynn era, and that makes sense that he would do that. I thought you were talking about like, does Archie do it on their own? No, Archie told you to fuck off at that arc.
Oh, I guess I didn't know that. Okay. Shadow
No, so what
Shadow
happens-
Generations did an okay job with it though. The Shadow Generation showed, like in the Dark
So-
Beginnings thing, they showed the two interact before the horrific scene took place. So even that did better than Adventure 2. And Adventure 2 didn't have to do it though. Adventure 2 didn't realize how much of an impact that character was going to have. So Adventure 2 was great for what it was. It's just everybody else had the opportunity to expand upon it, and the movie really took advantage of it.
I think the thing is, to go back to what I was saying though, just to explain it for anybody that watches this in the future, all Archie did is they said, "Hey, here's a prelude. Fuck you." We know this is one of the best stories that Sonic has made, but we're gonna only go, "Hey, here's how Sonic got arrested. That's it." And even then, they don't do that.
But yeah, Tom is not, just going back to this comment about Tom. Tom is not what I'm like looking for in these movies. He is not a character that I'm ever excited to see again. I agree, there is a heart to his character. There's a heart to Maddie's characters. I think I like both of them. I don't love either of them, and I stand by that because I would never sit through a show or a movie with just them ever. Wade, I would. Agent Stone,
know.
Wade, I basically did. Because Wade is in way. Everybody's complaint about the Knuckles show is so true. Wade is in way more of that than Knuckles is, but I still enjoyed it because I like Wade.
Look, I don't know. He was really cool when he had laser eyes. Just saying.
Tom,
Yeah.
when did he have laser eyes? What am I forgetting?
He was an X-Men actor, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. He is not an actor that has ever wowed me. I'm trying to think if there's anything.
I'm just being a contrarian. at this
No, I
point.
got you. I'm trying to think if there's ever a role he's played where he wasn't just like average, nice guy. That's really all there is to him. Was the movies I see him do. Like, I'm trying to think if there's ever anything outstanding from him. I don't think there. James Marston.
That even explains his like X-Men existence too, by the way.
Still don't understand the hate for Eggman in the first movie. I think most people like him. I just it's not really the character. I mean, they got closer to the character, but in that first one, it's not really him. Doesn't look like him. Doesn't sound like him. Doesn't act like him. It's not him. I don't think he's bad. I mean, necessarily. People got laughs from him. It's something that I think helped the film franchise take off like a lot. I wonder if they didn't have like a big star like Jim Carrey in the
Real
movie.
talk.
I wonder if they would have even bothered doing the redesign. Like if they might have just let it like flop. But then they're like, well, maybe there is something here. Like we got this big actor in it. We've got a franchise that clearly more people care about than we realize. Like maybe all of that was what led to them actually fixing it.
Yeah, probably. Real talk. Do you think he's gonna come back?
I don't know.
I mean, we'll get an answer soon.
I'll guess. I'll give it because you're kind of asking for a prediction. Yes, I'm going to say it's going to come back. I could be wrong, but I'm going to say yes, he is. That's my prediction. Because
You
he,
think that's his last one?
I don't know. I think that,
I mean, they're not clearly done with Sonic.
yeah, I think that Robotnik is a character who has seemingly died at the end of a bunch of games and always makes it out okay, so that I wouldn't feel too out of place. And I also think Jim Carrey said he was down to keep appearing in them, and I think that if he's a selling point for the films, why not try to find a way to throw him back in? He was able to survive like a fall that no one could survive, so why can't he survive a space station explosion? You could say Shadow's chaos control was so powerful, Eggman got caught up in it too. You could come up with some bullshit like that, you know?
You could also say that he was smart enough to find. So you don't even have to give an answer. You can just go, "I'm fine," and then we'd be like, "Okay."
Oh.
Hell, you could also say like the explosion wasn't an explosion. You could say he traveled through time, because I mean, shit. Sonic's
You really
TV,
could.
right?
Yeah, I mean, really, you could.
Time travel is quite literally a thing.
Oh. Like Amy just shows up to warn him about the wicked time travel, and then Sonic's like, "What are you talking about?" Then he turns around and Jim Carrey's face is all over the place. He's like, "No, no, no, no." Sonic.
I will give them. Look, if it's not Jim Carrey and if it's Eggman negative, I will give them so much fucking credit.
Sonic 3 credit song is way better than the other two. No, it isn't. No, it's not. The Kid Cudi one is the only one that I like. Oh,
Hey, Michael, are you excited and ready for the Super Bowl?
no. Still upset they didn't go full Gun Commander from Shadow the Hedgehog for Commander Walters. That would have made him higher on the list.
Yeah.
Would have been better.
The problem with the Gun Commander is all I remember is the scene of him as a child harassing Shadow and Maria.
Change Olive Garden to Marble Garden. I think my favorite thing about Tom and Maddie is after the first film, they just seem to roll with whatever happens to them. Like, just knowing Sonic has mentally prepared them for whatever shenanigans happens. They are pretty on board. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Tom is the best
Is there
human
any other
character
comments
that's
you
not
wanna
Dr. Robotnik. I'm kind of reading a few more.
Okay.
Maddie
I just thought
being
that there'd be more big ones.
Maddie being so low seems criminal.
Shit. God, fuck.
Also,
Sorry.
Wade being high on the list is a very hot take. Apparently, it's a less hot take than I thought with all the comments I see praising Wade. Maddie being so low seems criminal. I don't know what it's. I mean, Maddie's like halfway on the list. What is there to Maddie? She's fine. She is a nice person, and that's good. Like, I mean, she beat half of the fucking characters, but she's not. There's not much to her. They didn't act like there was much to her. Oh. No, I wish Maria was shot on screen. I wanted to cry, not laugh. So her blowing up was like funny, but her getting shot wouldn't be.
I don't know. I think they're both terrible ways to go.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that the approach they took was funny.
And it says more about you, dude.
The day you understand the Olive Garden bits are not a sponsor, the world will be a better place. That was like the thing that like surprised me the most from this comment section because yeah, I guess it wasn't like like I thought it was like a sponsor where they were just like, okay, we're going to be as obnoxious as we have to do this, so we're going to be as obnoxious about it as possible as a joke. But no, they I guess they just did it. I don't know. It's very hard to see that and say it's not a product placement. But if they really just did that as a joke, then just being distracted without getting a payday, I don't think that makes it better.
I think it makes it funnier. That doesn't make it better.
This video is slander against all that makes the Sonic movies great. How so?
Are they going to elaborate, or is that just it?
I mean, I guess that means that that Wanda Whipple, the Commander, Ritter, the little annoying girl from the Knuckles show, those are the characters that really make the Sonic movies great, while Robotnik, Stone, Wade, Tom, Gerald, Maria, they fucking suck ass. They make the movie terrible. Because I praised those things, and I slandered the others. So this person is saying that those are the, like, Wanda Whipple is the character that makes these movies, even though she's not in them, the great thing that they are. That's my interpretation of that comment. Oh. Like if you're a stoner. Aha. No one liked it though.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna go like that comment right now.
You have to scroll down. It's like a year ago.
Okay.
But yeah, go give that comment a like. Here, I'll like it too. We'll give it 2 likes.
I'm just gonna go find that video real quick.
You're the worst friend ever, Jack Sinclair.
I love how in the thumbnail you chose for this stream, you look like you're doing a stand-up routine. It's very cute.
Isn't that for a video that's going to be coming soon?
Maybe. I actually really like Tom and Maddie. I hope they aren't completely gone in the 4th movie. I don't think that they're going to get rid of Maddie and Tom entirely. I don't think it'd make sense to do that.
Whose comment was it? Because there's a lot from a year ago.
AJ1046.
Okay.
Sorry, I found myself ranting for like 3 minutes about Wanda being a higher rank than Walters. I just really dislike the idea of how she's supposed to be a character where it's literally just she brags about being FBI and she's mean to her brother, like she's outright abuses him, laugh. That's why they're both ranked low, though. I don't like the siblings are mean to each other trope, and Wanda was literally the biggest low of the trope I've witnessed. I was heated over a character meant for jokes and somewhat of a supporting role. Even if I don't care about Wade's character, I would not wish for him to go for Hellfire, like having a sister like Wanda. That's unbearable. Wouldn't wish on my biggest enemy. I mean, it's fine. I mean, yeah, no, I don't like Wanda either. I disliked her. Walt, I just don't know what people see in Walters. He doesn't. I don't think the Olive Garden bit is funny. And what else is there to him? He brings the gun into the movies, but he's a character I never got anything from him. I feel no emotion for him at all. Wanda is negative emotion, but it's emotion. It's something. No, Walters and the Buyer are the worst too, because I don't even know what I'm supposed to feel with them. They like didn't even get that right. Having me have a feeling for them. Oh. Sorry if I'm being like snooty with some of these responses. I'm just being blunt. Dancing Russian should be number 1. You know what? You're right.
Okay. I liked the comment.
A.
Person's gonna be like, why is this comment from a year ago? Relax now.
I'm probably just about done here. I'm just trying to scroll and see if there's a few more. Anything else? They should have had Commander Walter hand Sonic an Olive Garden gift card when he died. Maybe that would have been the first time that joke landed if they would have done that. It would have just been like, they really don't give a shit with this guy.
He's dying, he hands it and goes, you know what to do with this. This is very important.
Oh. I feel like what released, because I'm very negative in this video. I'm very negative in it. Because I don't like most of these characters. But I think putting Agent Stone at number 1 is what saved my ass. Because there's just so many fucking people here happy that Stone is number 1. Let's go, Baby Stone on top. The gays win again. Like,
yes.
that's the type of comments I'm getting here. Bro, you are so right. Agent Stone and Shadow team up. That'll be so sick.
We love Agent Stone here.
Kids media is so soft now compared to the 2000s. This is why fans get hyped seeing Sega usually not shy away from showing Maria die at the Sonic Symphony. They never showed Maria get shot.
You know, I hate when people say that, because stuff like Bluey exists, and it's better than any shit that we've had to deal with as kids when it comes to teaching us hard fucking lessons.
I think
I know that, like...
I think I can agree... sorry. I think I can agree that stuff a lot, like, years ago used to be edgier, but I don't think something being edgier necessarily means that it's ready to necessarily handle tough topics, you know?
Well, because, I don't know. I think if I grew up with stuff like Gravity Falls, Over the Garden Wall, Infinity Train, and shit like that, I think that, I don't know. I think that those are fucking better than what we had. It doesn't mean that what we had isn't great and good. It's just...
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't call...
Oh.
I mean, if you haven't seen Infinity Train, and you're a person that's like, oh, modern cartoons are soft, fuck you. Go watch Infinity Train. That shit's not soft.
Oh yeah. No, I think when a lot of people think, oh, modern cartoons are soft, they're thinking they're not as, like, overtly, like, shock value edgy. And I do think we got a lot of that back in, like, our childhoods. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they were ready to actually tackle hard topics. There's a difference between using things for shock value and actually being willing to tell a story around something that is difficult to talk about, you know?
And I also don't think, and this might just be me from what I watched, because I didn't watch a lot of TV, I don't know what was really shocking about, I don't know, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents.
Because in those because in SpongeBob, they did show Maria get shot.
Yeah. Hold on, Mitzi was trying to say something that I wanted to...
Well, I mean, you had a lot of stuff, like, Ed, Edd n Eddy is a good example, but so is, like, the stuff like Ren and Stimpy, for example, is you had a lot of stuff that was willing to do, like, real shocking, like, gross-out humor stuff, and... I mean, that's fine for the time, like, but it doesn't mean that just because they were willing to be edgier that necessarily means that they were good at handling hard topics.
I feel like Ren and Stimpy, though, was an outlier, right? For the most part. Like, I feel like, yes, shows had gross out, but I think a lot of people are...
Ren and Stimpy also, like, was kind of the result of its creator constantly not listening to the studio and doing stuff
Yeah.
without permission. Because when he got kicked off the show, if you watch the episodes of like near the end of that show's run, they were way lighter when they got that guy out of there, because he got fired. I think the final like nail, there was a lot of nail in the coffins. Like there was a lot of reasons people didn't want him working there anymore. But I think one of them is he made this episode using this character. What was it called? Like something Liquor. I think the last name was Liquor, but it was like an episode where he was just abusing his pets, and people were really upset with that one. And they're like, okay, we're pulling this. Or we're not. They pulled the episode and kicked him off of the show.
Isn't that the character they used in that like movie he made?
He
Something.
made a short, yeah.
Something cans or whatever.
Yeah, it is. Because I remember that was the funniest thing is he said like because they weren't gonna he lost rights to Ren and Stimpy, he lost rights to the two characters, and he's like I want this guy back though, this is my guy. And they're like fucking have him, fine. Like they didn't care. It says no, we don't want him. You can have him. Go ahead.
That was his Ken Penders moment.
I was gonna say.
I feel insulting to Ken Penders that I compared the two. Holy shit!
Ken Penders isn't as bad as that guy. No.
I know. That's why I'm taking an apology on
Yeah.
that. I'm apologizing.
It's
Holy fuck!
You're not saying anything about their personalities though. You're just saying they both were able to get some of their characters back.
Well,
wait,
at least
wait.
Ken Penders got him back legally.
Yeah. Wade's sister shouldn't be this high. To me, she's one of the worst Sonic Human characters. I agree. That's why she wasn't ranked high.
You know, Michael.
Do I have to put,
to be
like,
honest with
if
you-
I don't put your least favorite in last place, that doesn't mean I don't like them. That doesn't mean I dislike them. I don't dislike
it's funny. It's really funny because this ranking video is quite literally the show you and Matt have, Hollow Victories.
Yeah.
them.
Agent Stone is objectively the best one, though. Like, that's the problem, is that everybody else does pale in comparison to Agent Stone. It's
Oh, yeah.
just inevitable. He's just gonna come out on top. The rest are just mediocre compared to him.
Wild Theory. Are you a Jew? Yes. What the fuck?
Hello?
That's a comment.
That's
Look,
just
I mean, I
theory.
I guess the Chinook is entitled to their opinion. I don't know.
A schnook is entitled. Wait. A schnook is entitled.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Good. Good reference, Cass.
Now they're like, yes, he gets one. Ha ha. It's not a reference to a show or anything.
Like, what? How is that a theory? Like, I'm sorry, but that's not something you say about a real person.
The only connection I can make at all to what they might be talking about, because it's such a weird comment, is is fucking, I'm losing my train of thought so badly here. Is Wade Whipple is Jewish, and I put him really high. So maybe that's what they're trying to say.
Bro, that's fucked up.
But
It's
I don't.
just
It's
the
weird.
attachment of like wild theory. It's like, why would you say that about a real person? Like, why is that the thing? Why is that a thing you would say
Why does
about
it
a
matter?
person and not a
It's so
character?
fucking weird.
The disrespect on Jelly Roll's song in Sonic 3. I apologize for being mean to Jelly Roll. It's not his fault that he agreed to do a movie where people were looking for something different in the credits. Because it doesn't feel right for a song. That is not the song you expect to hear for an end-in of an adaptation of Adventure 2. It does not fit at all. It doesn't work at all. But maybe if the song wasn't attached to this, I'd see no problem with it. So I apologize I'll apologize right now to the disrespect to Jelly Roll, but I do think it was a pretty bad. It's not a good fit. I really do think Kid Cudi's song for the second movie was the only good fit they had, because that song, I like that song. It feels right for the second movie. I think it fits the tone of the second movie pretty well. Where this one, it's like a country song, and it's like, God, this was a fucking Adventure 2 adaptation. What are you doing?
With that being said, I agree with you, even though I do like country.
I like country too, but I mean, even I should even specify it's an upbeat country song about like family. It's like that's not. There's a little bit of a family motif in this movie, but it's not the focus. Like a more depressing country song would fit Adventure 2 better, or at least a more serious one. I don't know. I mean,
You need Johnny Cash in there.
get some Johnny Cash.
It should have just been Live and Learn again.
Uh,
I have no clue what your plans are for the day, but are you down to watch something later, dude?
sure.
Okay.
Hooray!
I mean, if I don't know if Matt and Mitzi are free, but would you want to invite them to it? I know that, like...
Oh, you guys are. Oh, I mean, you guys are always welcome to join us.
The only thing I have going on tonight is that my family is going to be watching the Super Bowl, but
Oh,
I'm
right.
not really going to be paying all that much of attention to begin with. So
Yeah, I'm not watching. I don't think I don't even know if anyone in my house
Like-
is.
I will be there. I will eat the food. I'll probably watch the halftime show, but I really don't care about anything else.
I love how that's a political statement today.
Apparently, like, I've always just watched the halftime show. I don't give a fuck
I'm
about
there.
football.
I'm there for Pokemon, to be depressed at what the fuck they're doing for the 30th anniversary because I did a thing on it, so I have to watch at least the Pokemon thing.
Wade's sister being so high is tragic. She was not high on the list at all. Rachel almost ruined the second one for me. Turned that shit into a Tyler Perry movie. Definitely the worst character.
Whoa, slow down now.
Was it like a Tyler
Respect
Perry
this
movie?
more than a Tyler Perry movie.
I don't know. Was like what did Rachel's just what's I don't know what why is Rachel so much different from the other loud characters? I've heard some people I can't find the comment. I remember one person saying like she's a stereotype, and it's just like she's I mean, would you agree with that? I think she's a loud
No.
character. She is loud. Wade is loud. Robotnik is loud. Gerald is loud. They are wacky and loud characters. Just because one of them is a black woman does not mean it's a stereotype of a black woman. She's acting the same way so many of the characters in these films act.
Yeah, I mean,
And you're just taking
there's
issue of
typical things
and
to
and
the
you're
character,
just
but that's just in general.
you're just taking a issue with this one specifically.
I think the thing is, her being loud is. I feel like I don't know. I feel like to call it out as a stereotype tells you where you kind of are.
I
Like
just
your take is correct because everyone's fucking loud.
at a point I have to like say look at the other characters and question why you are taking issue with this one specifically. But I don't know. Maybe that's being uncharitable. Maybe that's being unfair. But it's also like I don't see much of a difference with Rachel than a lot of the characters here. Wanda acts kind of like that too, but Wanda is being extremely mean and antagonistic towards a character that we like, so therefore we don't like Wanda. And I agree, Wanda's got a very funny actress, but she is horrible. I do not like her. I did not rank her highly.
I also have to be something. Can I be honest with something that may not be that's going to kind of be a little bit of a hot take?
Sure.
Okay.
If she is a stereotypical character, my bigger point is, do you really care? Do you really care? Are you really gonna? I mean, you're using it as a talking point, because like Hollywood is nothing but stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it, but like when you bring it up, for the most part in the Sonic movie, it's like, cool. But are you gonna do anything about it? Are you gonna? Does it really matter to you that much? Even if she is, I don't think. I also feel like, and this is also maybe the other part of the hot take, not everybody keeps up with stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
you could say she's a stereotype, but like, I don't know how many people are that aware of stereotypes for the most degree. I know that people are, but like, there's a deeper conversation that needs to be had, I feel here, that I don't want to have on fucking Spidey Norman.
Yeah, I mean, I I hear what you're saying though. I agree.
But and it's not. It's just I don't. I just feel like when you do bring that up, it's like I see where your problem with it is, but also like you're gonna condemn all of Hollywood for it. You're gonna go full hog with it. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with stereotypes dying, but like I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's a genuine argument for this one. I'm sorry if that's like too heavy for Spiny Norman.
No, I mean, honestly, I don't think it is. I don't think there's a lot of. I mean, like, as long as the person who's talking about what they're talking about wants to talk about it, I don't think it's too heavy. I don't know. I think it only becomes too heavy when someone in the conversation doesn't want to be having it.
Well, no, I'm just saying that I can see stereotypes, but like I just have never heard anybody bring up the only stereotype that's connected with her is that she is loud, and it's like yeah, there's stereotypes with her. Yes,
but like, should they not be allowed to have like a loud character then? Like, I mean, it's such a small thing.
At that point, it's like you're being very narrow-minded, essentially. Just like it's weird to be like, okay, she has this one sort of stereotype attributed to her, but at the same time, it's like, okay, so then no black woman is ever allowed to have a loud personality in any media at all, ever? Like,
and again, my biggest point with this is that she isn't the only character that acts like this in the movies or like show universe. Like, there's a lot of really Wade shouts so goddamn often in the Wade show. He gets he gets angry about stuff. Like, there's a lot of from all these characters. Rachel has a more entertaining scene. Rachel is, I think I ranked Tom higher than her just because he has like a lead role in the first movie. He's a bigger part of it. But I do think I ranked Rachel higher than Maddie because she does something. She has like she makes me laugh in the movie. Maddie is fine. I don't dislike Maddie at all, and I can respect the people in the. I think it's sweet that there's people in the comments defending Maddie and want to see her higher. But
I think the best way for me to say this is I don't think that she's a stereotype because she's loud. I do not. I think you're taking it that place.
Yeah, I agree. No, I know.
I think you're taking that place because there are so many goddamn loud characters.
We got a comment from Wigwoo1 here, and I just want to say I every time I see a checkmarked comment for like a checkmark user, which is very different on YouTube than it is on Twitter. It doesn't mean you paid. It means YouTube actually gave that to you. For being a bigger user. Anytime I click on a like someone who left a comment on one of my videos that has like the check mark, it's always a furry.
yeah.
Oh, wow, surprise.
And it's like, yeah, you're at the right place.
The Sonic fans are furries.
But what is the? I love the comment. I love this comment though because it's like. This is hilarious to me whenever I get one of these because it's like you always have people comment on the topic of the video, and this is a good comment. I like this comment, by the way. I'm not being trying to be facetious or rude here. I like this comment, but it's funny because every once in a while you'll have someone who's watching this video who does make the very fair point to bring up. What is the random image I keep seeing of what looks like some big snow creature with a roof in the foreground?
That is a really good point, though. Like you can't be mad at that comment.
No, I love it. I love every once in a while people are like, what do you keep cutting back to?
Big snow creature.
I like that this is the first person who called it.
Look. You know the greatest thing about it is that Spidey Norman shares blood with one of the more famous Monty Python sketches.
Mm-hmm.
And when I talk about that one, I've had so many people go, "Oh, I know about the Ministry of Silly Walks, yeah." But then you say Spidey Norman or the Piranha Brothers, they go, "What?" So it is so fucking. It's hilarious that
You do occasionally get. You know what I do get though occasionally as a comment?
What?
Dinsdale. So some people know.
I'm not saying people don't. It's just it's crazy on how like. Because, I mean, that's just how it works with everything, right? There's always the people that, like, really loves something, and Monty Python, of course, is probably a lot of people that love it will understand. But like, I get where they're coming from, because if you just threw Spiny Norman at me, I wouldn't know what the fuck it was.
I think I would be able to tell that it's a hedgehog, at least.
I like the snow creature comment
Just
because
I couldn't have told it was a hedgehog. Actually, you know what's funny is I thought it was a porcupine.
what I like about the
But
snow
that's close enough.
what I like
That's
about
close enough.
what I like about the
Sorry.
snow. No, you're fine. I've kind of been interrupting a lot lately tonight. I'm sorry. What I like about the snow creature comment though is it's the first person ever called that, but I get it because in the picture I use, Spiny is like. In the picture, he actually appears in the skit. They drew him in a very weird way. When he's in the town, he's gray. But when he's against the sky, he's white. And I almost feel like there was just like something wasn't scanned properly. Because it is weird how he's colored in the shot I use. He's white. He's very pale white. So he does look a little bit like a snow creature in that picture. And I don't know why he looks like that.
I'm animal stupid.
There's other shots in that skit where Spiny's see-through. Like the Spiny is not he's in like 30 seconds of the show and he's not consistent. He's gray in some shots, he's see-through in a shot, and he is white in a shot. Like something was like there. That's like Spiny's animation is like a goof, you know. And honestly, I made a reference to me not my character's not moving that much, but honestly, my Spiny moves just about as much as that Spiny moves.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Here's the real question that I need to answer. Where the fuck is this red one coming from?
Red one?
Yeah, there's a red Spiny Norman apparently.
I have no idea.
Red Spiny Norman. What am I not getting here?
No, I'm asking legitimately. Was Spiny used in another like sketch?
Oh.
Because like.
Yeah,
there's
he
a
showed
picture,
up.
when you type in Spiny Norman and you go to images, at least for me, there is a red Spiny one alongside the grayish bluish one.
I know that there is an IPA and an indie band, both named Spiny Norman.
Yes, I know of those two. I think I'm looking at the one you're talking about. I think that's just a weird scan because I think he's on the show. I think he looks brown in that shot.
Okay.
It's hard to say though. I'd have to look at it again because maybe it is like. Even then, you can say it is more of like a grayish color in some shots. I don't really know.
Michael, I'll have you know one of my life goals is to obtain you that IPA.
Hell yeah!
I will find it. I will procure it for you one day.
Thank you.
You know what's worse is I think that it's. Let me look up the IPA because I think that it's actually.
I'm 80% sure it is in Michigan. I think in the Upper Peninsula, maybe.
Yeah.
It's somewhere north.
Yeah, no. You know what we should do is we should go to Michigan, or that specific area of Michigan, and just go there just for that alone. Without Michael.
When
Michael.
I want to read two more comments here, and then we'll wrap this up. When Rockwell was in that helicopter with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, I turned to my friend and said, "I watched Jane fly." And that's all I remember about her. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. It was a brilliant comment. I hearted it, and it was rightfully hearted. And then there's just, this one's just, I'm going to read an interaction I had with this commenter, because I remembered it was funny. This person, I am Pinball 3669, said, "Put Commander Walters higher before I get hangry." And then I responded, "Oh geez, I'm sorry," right away. He's number 3 now. So Commander Walters is officially number 3 on the list now. And then they responded back.
Before I get angry, and I know where you live.
And then they responded, "Don't cross me again, or I'll have to lay the hurt on you."
Well, to respond to that right now, put him back where he was.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and then I didn't know if you were gonna get it or not.
Oh, there's Red Spiny Norman.
It's got my 3 weed smoking girlfriends energy.
Look, you gotta put him down. You gotta put him down.
Gotta put him down, and you gotta do it.
Down. Gotta do it. Put him down. Put him down.
You put her down. You put her down. You put her down.
Put him down. Put him back down.
All right, we'll get the shot. We'll put him down.
Put him
Say
down.
goodbye. We'll give him some chocolate.
One day
Be over soon.
in the improv show, I will find a way to put one of those references somewhere
her
in
down.
it that actually works.
Put her down. Put her down. Oh, Brian was here and left a bunch of spam comments. All right. Hi, Brian. Thank you. What? Spamton, you're right.
Spamton.
Brian Spamton.
Spampton, jeez, Spampton.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.